Following example shows that a bounded function need not be a function of bounded variation. Example. This example says that if any function is bounded, it need not necessary that that function should be a bounded variation. But in the earlier proof, we have proved that if a function is bounded variation, then it is bounded. But if a function is bounded, it need not necessary that the function should be a bounded variation. So let us define a function f mapping from closed interval 0 comma 1 to R by f of x is equal to x into sine pi by x if x is not equal to 0. 0 if x is equal to 0. Now here clearly as limit extends to 0, this one becomes 0 and f of 0 is 0, therefore it is continuous. F is continuous on closed interval 0 comma 1, and it is also clear that modulus of f of x is either 0 or this one, and this value will be less than or equal to 1, and x value is also less than or equal to 1. Therefore is less than or equal to 1 for all x belongs to closed interval 0 comma 1. Therefore f is a bounded function on closed interval 0 comma 1. Now we prove that f is not a bounded variation on closed interval 0 comma 1. Consider the partition p is equal to 0, 2 by 2n plus 1, 2 by 2n minus 1, comma so on, 2 by 5, comma 2 by 3, comma 1 of closed interval 0 comma 1. I made a partition of closed interval 0 comma 1 in this matter. Now the total variation sum of f with respect to the partition what we have selected. Partition P is small t is equal to summation I is equal to 1 to n modulus of f of xi minus f of xi minus 1. Modulus of f of xi minus f of xi minus 1, which is equal to, this one is x0, x1, x2, xn, xn minus 1, xn minus 2, so on. So what this one becomes, modulus of f of x1 minus f of x0 plus modulus of f of x2 minus f of x1 plus so on, plus modulus of f of xn minus f of xn minus 1. Now I am writing from this order. First f of xn. What is xn? Let us write f of what is x1, 2 by 2n plus 1 minus f of 0 plus modulus of f of x2, 2 by 2n minus 1 minus f of 2 by 2n plus 1 plus so on, plus f of xn, f of 1 minus f of xn minus 1, 2 by 3. Now I am writing first this one, f of 1 value x is equal to 1, 1 into sine pi value is minus 1, sorry, sine pi value is 0, so 0 minus 2 by 3, 2 by 3 sine pi by 2 by 3, that is sine 3 pi by 2. What you will get? Minus 1. Minus 1 into 2 by 3 is minus 2 by 3. Minus of minus 2 by 3. Plus the previous term, no. Modulus of minus 2 by 3 minus of 2 by 5. Plus so on. Last term, this one. 2 by n plus 1, f of 0 value is 0. Which is equal to 2 by 3 plus 2 by 3 plus 2 by 5 plus so on plus 2 by 2n plus 1. 2n plus 1. This one can be written as, which is equal to summation k is equal to 1 to n 4 by 2k plus 1. 4 by 2k plus 1. Which is greater than or equal to summation k is equal to 1 to n 2 by 2k plus 1. Here I wrote 2. Here it is 4. This value is greater than or equal to this one. This one tends to infinity as n tends to infinity, since it is a partial sum of divergent series. Summation k is equal to 1 to infinity 2 by 2k plus 1. This is a partial sum of the infinite series which is a divergent. Therefore, supremum over small t over the partition P does not exist finitely. Therefore, capital T 0 to 1 of f is not finite. Therefore, f does not belongs to BV of closed interval 0, 1. This is the example says that f is bounded but not a bounded variation, and also we got here f is a continuous. I can also say that a continuous function need not be a bounded variation. If a function f is continuous on closed interval a comma b, then show that f need not be a bounded variation on closed interval a comma b. Solution: follow the same example. Follow the above example. Follow the above example. Next problem. Prove that, as important one, prove that the greatest integer function is a function of bounded variation on closed interval 0, 2. Solution: we have to prove that the greatest integer function is a function of bounded variation on closed interval 0, 2. Define f mapping from closed interval 0, 2 to R by f of x is equal to greatest integer function x, step x, where what is step x? Step x denotes the greatest integer less than or equal to x, less than or equal to x. Now this is the closed interval 0, 2. here it will be 1. The greatest integer function at 0 is 0 till 1, its value is 0. At 1 its value is 1 to 2. At 2 again its value take from 0 to 1, its value is 0. From 1 to up to 2, its value is 1. At 2 its value is again 2. This is the greatest integer function. Clearly at 1 the given function is not continuous. Now limit x tends to 1 plus f of x. Limit x tends to 1 plus, what is f of s? Step x. As x tends to 1 plus in this direction, its value is 1. Limit x tends to 1 minus f of x. Limit x tends to 1 minus step x. As x tends to 1 from the left hand side, its value is 0. Both are not equal, therefore limit x tends to 1 f of x does not exist. Therefore at 1 the function we have considered is not continuous. Therefore f is not continuous at 1. Therefore f is not continuous on close interval 0 comma 2. On close interval 0 comma 2. Now we have considered a function. I shown that that function is not continuous. Now I will prove that that function is bounded variation. Let p is equal to set 0 x naught less than x1 less than x2 less than so on less than xn minus 1 less than xn, which is equal to 2. B, any partition of close interval 0 comma 2. This is x naught, x1, x2, xn, xn minus 1, so on. Now then the total variation sum with respect to the partition P is small t is equal to summation I is equal to 1 to n modulus of f of xi minus f of xi minus 1, which is equal to modulus of f of x1 minus f of x naught plus f of x2 minus f of x1 plus so on plus modulus of f of xn minus f of xn minus 1. x1 is before 1, then its functional value is 0. If the partition points are before 1, all the functional values at before 1 are 0. At 1 and after 1 till 2, all the functional values are 1. At 2 again this one is 2. So till 1, whatever the points are there, partition point, those functional values are 0. So what you will get? 0 minus 0 plus 0 minus 0 plus so on, plus somewhere in between you will get some partition points here also. Somewhere in between what you will get? 1 minus 0 plus again 1 minus 1 plus so on, plus last term 2 minus 1, 0 plus 0 plus so on plus 1, in between we'll get again 1, again 0, 0 plus so on plus 0 plus 1, which is equal to 2, which is equal to 2. Since this is true for any partition P, taking supremum over all such T's, we get supremum over all such T over the partition P is capital T 0 to 2 of F. What you will get? 2, which is finite. Therefore F belongs to BV of closed interval 0 comma 2, closed interval 0 comma